Uh, you should hear me now.
Can you
I
hear
hope.
me too?
Go ahead and talk.
Going ahead and talking.
Okay, now I should be good.
Are you? I mean, are you getting good numbers in OBS?
Uh, I mean, yeah, it looks okay.
I mean, is it green?
Yes, it's green.
I know some people would much. I'm tweeting that we're on. I mean, I guess we could try going back to YouTube, but I already ended that stream instance.
It's okay. I mean, I'll just. Man.
It's really fun looking at all the things the astrobots are playing with. There's a knack. There's like a Spyro.
Oh, they're not gonna hear any game audio unless I mess around with some stuff.
Why wouldn't they get a game audio?
Because of the way I have it set up. Hang on, because I'm like was unprepared to do this, essentially. I should bring it back here.
Yeah, there's a Spyro on one of the tables, which is kind of interesting. Considering that's not exactly first party. Although did Sony publish the first one? But regardless, it's surprising to see it here.
The copy of my other user. It did not. Why did it even try to ask me to copy the other stuff over? If it's didn't copy them over. Like, what did it copy over for all that time then?
I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. It seemed like it seemed like people were saying that YouTube has been having a lot of trouble, but it also seemed like I was having trouble. But I don't understand because when I did a DSL report speed test, which apparently I learned from Henry Clark is apparently much more reliable than speedtest.net. And it works like a lot faster too. You go dslreports.com and you can do speed test there. Yeah, I had to move the stream to Twitch because we were having trouble on YouTube tonight. And I was streaming, but now Coury is streaming.
Right. It seems to be doing okay now.
Wait, what? What was that?
All right. So should I try Astrobot?
Oh wow! Oh man, this is crazy.
What?
Oh man, this game. I found like a gachapon machine, and like you pull the lever with the left trigger, and like you just like you have to really pull it, and then you like get a ball in your hand, and you squeeze it with the right trigger, and like you like actually feel yourself like crushing the ball open, and you get the goodie inside.
Really? All right.
It's
Well, I guess I'll.
it's pretty it's it's pretty amazing actually.
Oh, I don't have it downloaded. Why didn't it? Man, I shouldn't have done that transfer. Like it was.
Did you get the
Well, I was doing the system transfer and I already told it to download it. Yes, and then it's like
mhm.
the system restarted and like nothing was done.
Here, why don't y'all look at my Astro?
Yeah. Why don't? Yeah. Let's do that.
This with the right trigger. Oh, I don't have enough coins.
I don't know. I'm gonna mess around. I'm gonna. I mean, I could try to do a system transfer really quick using the LAN, and that should go super fast. Would anybody care if that's what I do?
Did you turn on? Did you manage to turn on your HD? Turn off your HDCP?
Yeah, but now I'm just like I just went black on the screen for a minute while I'm just sitting here because like Astrobot is like moving so slow, downloading it. It's like 5% done.
Huh. So I guess that's not like the main area.
That's what I'm gonna do. Hang on, I will be. I don't. I mean, I don't really care at this point.
I can feel that fan under my feet.
Okay, now that people should hear it now.
Okay. Hello, hello. People hear me now? Corey's been redoing a lot of his setup at his desk lately, so. Okay, well, sorry if this is not our ideal or preferred way to stream, but it is what it is, I guess. Is that supposed to be a Loco Roco? The DualSense is pretty neat. The triggers are awesome. The HD rumble is very cool. I mean, I hope games will actually utilize these. Oh, look, it's shaped like a non-dual shock. Look at that. I love the non-dual shock. It's my go-to PS1 controller.
Okay. I'm going to try to do a system transfer now.
Yeah, sorry about that. The Discord, in my experience, 60 FPS Discord streams don't work very well. Things will look better once Coury is ready to play. So, ow.
I'm really annoyed about this. The way it's working now is I'm streaming, you streaming to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best we can do until Coury's got his system up and running. Now let me go back to the menu. Final Fantasy 14 almost done downloading. So I mean my internet seems to be fine.
It's saying 55 minutes.
What? For Astrobot?
No, not for Astrobot. For me to sync my save data. It's like, how I don't understand how it could take 55 minutes to transfer 10 gigs.
Well, can't you do that later?
Well, Astrobot's going slow as crap anyways. I can't, like, there's nothing I can do.
It's so weird that my downloads are going just fine, and yet I'm having trouble streaming. Although I mostly blame YouTube, even though I seem to be having trouble on Twitch too. But I blame YouTube.
Well, let's see what happens when I get into once it actually gets to transferring the stuff. It's preparing, and if it's only 10 gigs, I feel like it shouldn't take very long.
I mean, the system software update was like 800 gigs and took no time at all.
800 gigs?
I meant megabytes. What's up there? Can I pick up? Is there anything available for me to pick up to throw at that? Can I pick up those?
Oh, does it record your audio using the microphone when you when you get a
Oh,
trophy? I don't like that. Where you can hear what you're saying when you get a trophy.
Oh, I was looking at the chat. You know, it's interesting looking at over at the stream because you know it's tone mapped HDR, which is like not really all that accurate, I feel.
Yeah.
Like it looks vastly different in person. Like the colors are gorgeous in person. It looks
Okay, the LAN cable's going really fast. 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Wait, what?
The transfer is going really fast. No.
I thought you were using a LAN cable.
I know it was not giving me a correct estimate, I guess, for the system transfer, but we're gonna see what happens.
Well, luckily, I don't think I have to do that because of PlayStation Plus. I just want to.
Well, you can. It's more for people to they can transfer full games too.
Oh, so are you transferring your games?
No, I'm not transferring my games. I'm just transferring the save files.
I see.
But I saw that you could transfer the users too, and I really wanted to transfer the users for like the My Life in Gaming shared account and my Japanese account, which has a couple of things on it too.
Right. I mean, does if you have PlayStation Plus,
I mean, I don't know.
I saw Digital Foundry talking about this, like going through the sandstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can like hear and feel the sand in the controller. Pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping my PS4 Pro hooked up. I mean, I keep everything hooked up anyways. You never know when you might need it, especially for like a comparison or something like that. That we really do much with modern games, but it's good to have on hand. Just like I'm going to leave my Xbox One X hooked up when I eventually get a Series X, just because even though I won't really use it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm just, even if a game is enhanced, like I'm still kind of like to play it on the original system if I can.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because it's like, well, you know, how was it really originally, you know?
Yeah.
Helldiver. That doesn't sound like a trophy for cute little Astrobot.
Maybe. I wonder if all the trophies are named after games.
Oh, is that the name of a game?
There was one called Helldivers?
Oh,
I'm
here's
not sure
Fat
if that was.
Princess.
Huh?
Here's Fat Princess.
Yeah.
I forgot about that game. Of course, you've got the rubber ducks that was such a PlayStation benchmark thing for a long time. I love the way these lily pad things float. Oh, all right. I'm in a vehicle.
Oh, this is that thing I've seen in all the videos.
Yeah. Well, I think this is the only level that people were allowed to show.
Oh.
It's
Right.
like,
Yeah, PS4 to PS5. Like I've thought about that a lot too. Like it probably doesn't even really matter in terms of playing on the PS4. I mean, I'll keep the PS4 hooked up because I'm just gonna leave the PSVR hooked up to it.
but like, so many games are well optimized, so it's like, well, why not just play those on the PS4 Pro? You know. But for games that could benefit from the PS5,
Right.
you know,
Right. The SSD speeds things up regardless.
I mean, I've got an obsession with having every PS4 game I know installed. You know, between the internal memory and my external drive,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously, like, it's just going to be not really feasible to do that with the PS5. Uh, so, I'll have to figure out my storage solution with that a little later.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Like the PS5, like the wings on it, like really do when it was if it's like standing upright, if it's standing vertical, it really does look like a popped collar.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Whoa, what's this? Is this a bonus game or something? What? Whoa. What is? Oh, is that a move zapper?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't remember them looking that elaborate. Did they really
Oh yeah.
look like that? Wow. Like right now, while I'm in this machine, like if I just like was to apply enough pressure for moving a PS4 trigger, like it just hard stops. Like I actually have to like apply a good bit of pressure.
Oh really?
Yeah. Although my understanding is if you don't like it, and I'm sure this is important for accessibility, uh, I'm pretty sure you could turn off the adaptive triggers at a system level. So I'm sure some people won't like it or it's
Right. Yeah,
uncomfortable
yeah.
for their hands, but it is pretty cool. I mean, it's certainly not necessary, but
Well,
it's
you heard
cool.
it. Like, hey, did you hear that the new Call of Duty apparently has all of the every single gun is optimized for the triggers.
Wow. Like the amount of pressure that you would actually have
Yeah,
to
like
use.
heavy guns are heavy, and so on
Uh-huh.
and so forth. That's
That's
why I feel like I'm more excited about that, and I think that even if Xbox Series X games run better,
mhm.
like the controller stuff interests me more.
Yeah. I mean, certainly in the here and now, uh, it's it's the only like particularly next gen thing. Other than, I mean, we've got some nice graphics, for sure. What's Dude Raider? There's some Astro bots in there playing Dude Raider. As much as I want to play Demon Souls, like I kind kind of don't ever want to stop playing this either. I mean, this game is so pleasant. I did register for the PS a VR camera adapter, but I only did it a few days ago, less than a week ago. The website was kind of borked, like the day that all the websites were like doing articles on, oh, here's how you do it. My air conditioning is blowing on my face while the air was blowing through there. Is that the PS5 tapping into my AC to enhance the experience? I love how these are like basically Mario 2 things. Like Captain Toad kind of has stuff like that too. I mean, oh, there's a move navigator. You know, I bought one of those a long time ago to use as to map keyboard controls for PC games. Because I don't like using keyboards for gaming unless it's as a text entry tool for like an adventure game or something. And I thought it made an excellent keyboard replacement. But I mean, there really is like a Nintendo like feeling to these Astrobot games, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really quality stuff. I mean, I would love to see them make a another full-fledged game like Rescue Mission. I mean, that game is just so good. I mean, definitely one of the best games of this past generation. I mean, there's just so much charm. Oh, is this supposed to be a game? There's someone with a flashlight. There's an old dude with a lantern. There's someone with a hatchet. Is this supposed to be like one of the Siren games? Is this Siren?
I don't know.
That's my only guess. Oh, could it be Until Dawn? I guess it probably is Until Dawn. I thought the one with glasses that was hunched over was supposed to be like an old dude. So I didn't think of Until Dawn at first. But he's probably just hunched over because he's scared. You can feel really fine rumble with him skating on this ice. These penguins have ventilation under their wings. Mugging the penguin for all his money. Bot charted. when he kind of hunches over and goes, whoo, you could just feel just so subtle, just a burr in the controller. It's very, very subtle. I mean, it's actually pretty insane what's going on with this controller. I do have to admit. I wonder, like, for PS4 games, what, like, I mean, I assume there's, like, a pretty flat profile for how the rumble is used. It probably just matches DualShock 4 closely, I would imagine. I'm so glad I was ready for this generation, though. You know, I mean, yeah, I can't do 4K 120, but I don't really care that much right now. Okay, I have to blow into this. Oh, I guess I only had to blow one time. Which, by the way, you know, for the people that watch the Xbox stream, I'm pretty sure I did eventually get 120 working in Ori and the. Oh, I guess I had to jump to get that. Whoops. In Ori and the Blind Forest, or Will of the Wisps, but I mean, I guess it looked a little less blurry when I you know, like got right up next to my TV. Oh, here's Chris and Jill. And a zombie, and I guess a scientist with some G virus.
Cool.
But yeah, like, I mean, Ori may not be really the game to show it because it's like so soft. Like the graphics are like have like a lot of sort of depth of field at the edges and stuff. So I don't know. Like I feel like a 3D game would make it a little more clear for me. I don't know. But I'm just not that concerned about 120 hertz right now.
Okay.
But like this kind of rumble and these kind of triggers, like, could you imagine that in like a new like PSVR 2 controller or something?
Well, yeah, that's kind of the whole idea, right?
I mean, you would think so. I mean, obviously they can't use this in the same way that they could use DualShock 4 for PSVR because of you know, there's no light bar.
Oh,
Which,
yeah.
I mean, the light bar was stupid anyway, but I mean, to me, that's an indication that if they are going to do another, oh, I guess I've missed that. Oh well. You know, it does tell me that, you know, they're looking for a more specialized controller if and when there's a PSVR 2. Yeah, I don't. like for AAA type games, I do think 120 hertz is going to be uncommon. But at the same time, I mean, it's impressive that like the multiplayer mode and Gears 5 can have it. I mean, if you can have like last gen ish graphics at 120 hertz, like that's you know pretty good.
All right. Things are going well. I should be ready shortly. And then
It's still doing the transfer process or downloading Astrobot.
Astrobot is finished, but I'm just gonna finish doing the other thing that I was doing. I'm just gonna finish importing the save file. I activated the My Life in Gaming account and my Japan account as well.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just importing those save files really quick. Just good to have on hand.
Rocco.
Oh, look at that. Bato Rocco. Is that a Loco Rocco? That's fun. That's fun. So it's just like a fun little jaunt through PlayStation history.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I think John used this term. He said like the controller feels alive.
Yeah.
And it does. It's pretty nifty. I got to admit. Is that bot in the fan supposed to be something? Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that on the ceiling. Oops.
Whoops.
Oh, it's Puppeteer.
Oh yeah. Is Spider-Man Remastered only available on with the Ultimate Edition? You can't buy it separately?
Can you not?
I don't know. I should look. Because if it's the same price as it was going to cost if you buy the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, if it's just
there's no physical of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, isn't the city in Miles Morales the same pretty much, other than it's winter? I mean,
oh, you can buy it if you own Miles or Morales. So until I get that version, I can't do it. That's like
you're
oddly specific.
picking it up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, and that's fine. It's just like oddly specific.
Is this a 1000? Yeah. This is
Oh
1000.
yeah.
It doesn't have a. It's fatter and doesn't have a port, a video out port. Reminds me, I probably need to just get all the batteries out of all of my PSPs. People have been talking about that lately. I love how these penguins have the fans under their armpits. I definitely feel like this is a game that I'm going to like want to get like all the goodies in. Oh, I'm in 360 degrees cross media bar land. Oh, what's this safe supposed to be? Who is that? You know, actually, I just remembered I need to add this to my backloggery. I added Demon Souls. Oh, is it Sly Cooper? I still haven't played the Sly Cooper games. So, did not jump out at me. What's the proper name of this game? Astro's Playroom. I agree with you, Scott. No last name 64. Cross Media Bar is the best UI. I do agree. I mean, you know, obviously I have very little experience with the PS5 one so far. It seems nice, but the cross media bar's utility as a, you know, for your music, media content. I mean, it is still to this day a great tool for getting various media on your TV. Oh, here's some Parappa standees.
All right.
Oh yeah, there's the RGB cables. Oh wait, no, it's the RGB S, I guess. Oh, there's that PS triple. And with great power, it's of course referring to the Spider-Man font. Man, there's never existed a PS3 this devoid of fingerprints.
Okay. I don't know why I'm not getting any game audio.
You know, I wonder if Sony had to pay any licensing to have the HDMI port in the game. Or if that's just covered by their regular fees to the HDMI consortium or whatever.
I don't know. Oh, I know what I need to do here.
I did not get the Sackboy game, but I really, really want it. The thing that I'm waiting to hear is if you can play multiplayer on it with DualShock 4s. Because like I'd like to save it for co-op with my local friends. But I'm worried that like I'm, you know, going to have to sink $140 in extra controllers. And if I'm going to buy another controller, I would like for it to at least be a different color.
Okay.
That's what I've heard. DualShock 4 only works in PS4 games, but they're technically Sackboy is having a PS4 version, so I wonder.
All right. So am I? Should I just go ahead and should I start myself now? Everyone can hear me all right?
Yeah, go for it. No, Little Big Planet 2 had multiplayer in it. You and I played Little Big Planet 2
Sounding
with
good.
two other people, didn't we?
This is good because this could be the new location of my camera and stuff during future live streams. So
I only just noticed the ports here. They're kind of awesome on the wall. I don't know if maybe those were added. Were they here before?
here we go.
Oh man, this game's so good. I want to keep playing it, but I should probably play something else. So people are about to watch you play Astrobot. the same stuff the same part that I just. Oh, cool. So all the goodies that I found in the level are here. Oh, is it doing any ray tracing on this disc? I don't think so, but it still looks cool. No ray tracing on the PS3 either. Look at this Astrobot soul. He just really likes that PS3. Oh, this one loves the PS3 too. Man, this is a pretty good game. The music in this room is so good too. See, I love crap like this. Like this is one of my favorite things to do in a game. Like you see something up really high that looks like something that you're not supposed to be able to get on, and then it's like, oh, I sure as heck can't stand on that. Oh, you feeling the bots and the handles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
So this is
the sound coming out of the speaker. I was the person that turned off the speaker on the controller on the DualShock 4, like pretty early on in the lifetime of the system, and just never turned it back on.
See, I did that with the Wii because, you know, then it properly sends the sound to the TV speakers, and the Wii speaker is just absolutely atrocious quality.
Yeah.
I thought the PS4 speaker was good enough to leave it on. Like it didn't irritate me.
Yeah.
Did Little Big Planet 1 really not have multiplayer? Yeah, I played 2 online multiplayer and 3 local multiplayer. You're so cool. New speed challenges are now available from CPU Plasma. Yeah, the sound is definitely better in the DualSense. All right, I want to see what happens.
I want to turn it down. Can I turn down the audio on the controller? Or what?
I mean, I don't know. You probably want it to be whatever the correct balance is.
It's just really loud. Loud for my preference.
I'm going to switch to my camera. There, did that work? Yeah.
I'm looking up at the system sitting on the shelf up there, and not that it even matters. It's like inconsequential, but I'm not any. My opinion on the system is not, of the design of the system has not changed whatsoever.
If I feel like I'm being honest,
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I think it sucks. I really hate the design of the system.
I appreciate that it's different, you know, but now that like seeing it like actually in place and looking at it, like I'm kind of like, I'm not as open-minded about it as I was before looking at it. I do I do like the look of the Series X. I feel like I might prefer the look of the PS5 if it was horizontal, and I already set aside the space for it to go vertical for now, but I may move my modem and router so I can put PS5 horizontal where they are.
Yeah, it's weird. I wish that it.
I now see how warm it is because
the horizontal, putting the stand on it horizontally is kind of obnoxious. Like if you slide it out, like I sometimes slide it forward towards me if I need to like look behind it or get behind it, and it like comes off the stand. It doesn't lock into place like it does with a screw.
I can't even hear it. Like I took off my headphones and like put my ear next to it. Like I can't even hear it. Like over the music, over the Final Fantasy music in the background right now.
Ooh, there's the pocket station. That's fun. It's very interesting that it's called the Labo.
Yeah, isn't it?
Drop signal. I'm on big TV as well. Let's see if it looks, the HDR looks better over here.
Yeah, I think the stream is going pretty smoothly right now, isn't it?
Wait, hang on a second.
Wow, Final Fantasy 14 is booting up right away. Let's download everything. Here's to download all the expansions.
Yeah, I'll talk in a little bit, okay? Aria, no, stop. Aria. I know. No, we're not. No, we're not.
You know, the a little too dark to me. Like the HDR, native HDR and Astrobot looked great. But this doesn't have the auto HDR that Xbox has.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think it's just the color on
This is looking pretty smooth. I wonder though.
CPU Plaza. Well, thanks for watching, Biznot. Saying, guys, thanks for so much for the YouTube videos. Your attention to detail and passion behind your channel has renewed my interest in retro gaming. Huge thank you and keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll do our best. I know, it's the GPU jungle. I gotta turn on the volume on this controller rack. I'm kind of annoyed how loud it is.
See, it didn't jump out at me as too loud or anything at all. So
that's the microphone level.
So Final Fantasy 14 is looking great, but I'm probably gonna have to rebuild my my interface because I didn't.
There we go. If they're gonna make me have it on, I'm gonna turn it down to halfway.
Probably gonna have to rebuild my screen layout here. Because, well, I'm wondering. Just to show it though. I mean, even though it's not going to look good on the stream, but
What? Oh, are you logged in and everything?
yeah.
How's it look? Is it?
Well, I don't like the tone map image. Like, I feel like if I'm going to play PS4 games, I'm going to have to turn HDR off because I don't like how this looks. Like, it's way too dark.
Oh yeah.
So Final Fantasy 14 technically has a 4K mode, but I think it just makes the HUD 4K and really tiny, so there's really no point. I mean, you can scale the elements in the HUD anyway. There's no native PS4 or PS5 mode yet, but I bet there will be. See, I just set the 4K mode. I mean, let me get up closer.
I'm liking the music too. I mean, the music's very similar to Rescue Mission, which had some really great use of music. Oh, these are like triggers. So if I get Spider-Man tomorrow or Miles Morales tomorrow, then I can easily just buy Spider-Man Remastered on PSN. But I can't buy Spider-Man Remastered on PSN right now until I have that. It's like very oddly specific. Like, I understand that they want to sell a lot, but it kind of stinks that you can't buy one without the other.
So, so actually taking a closer look, it does look like it increases the resolution of the game, saying it's PS4 Pro mode. I don't know if it always was that way, but I remember looking at it before and thinking, oh, I don't think it actually is any higher resolution. But it is. It is higher resolution. And in this area, it's running really smooth.
Whoa!
I mean, obviously, it's not going to look that way in the little stream in the corner. But I'm going to go to Limsa Lamensa, which I believe is kind of the current, like, super busy area in the game. People say that that's where they get the most slowdown. Let's go take a look. I'm hoping I can go back on my PS4 and upload my layout. Yeah, see, this is a super busy area. It's pretty smooth. I mean, look at all these.
But that wouldn't have anything to do with your network connection, though, would it?
What?
Like if an area is busy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just there's so many characters like on PS4. Like it's like this is not a smooth game on PS4. It's an uncapped frame rate, but unless you're in an instance where like it's only you and like a small party, then it does not run very smoothly. Like I guess there might be some drops as I'm spinning the camera here. There's a little jumping, but it's not. It's a lot better than it was. I mean, there's a ton of people here. I mean, just a ton of people right here. So this is, and I mean, this is very not typical in terms of how many people would there normally be. So yeah, I'm excited about how smooth this is. And now I realize that there actually is a resolution benefit from the PS4 Pro mode. I didn't think there was before, but so it's sharper, but I'm not loving this tone map. I think I'm gonna have to turn off tone mapping if I'm gonna play PS4. Like the auto HDR.
So you can just you can't do that on a per game basis though, right?
I don't think you can. I mean, let me. Settings. Actually, is it? Yeah, it's always HDR. So HDR, adjust HDR. Okay, well, it's gonna close the game if I do that. Automatic. I guess it's just automatic or off, so you might have to turn it off manually if you're gonna play a. Well, I mean, let me go ahead and turn it off. No, HDR is off.
It's kind of creepy that Astrobot like jumps inside these bodies and you zip them up like some sort of skin suit.
Okay, yeah, this is how Final Fantasy 14 should. I mean, I'd love for it to get native HDR. I'd love for PS4 to get auto HDR because that's been kind of a surprise feature for me with the Series X. Like I kind of didn't trust it.
Exactly, it's very much like Mario Odyssey. It's kind of just creepy in a way.
What is?
Like taking over.
This is I'm very happy with the performance here. I wonder if it loads the areas any faster either. I always assumed the server was more likely the limiting factor there.
I really like the controller.
Yeah.
The feedback of the controller it's pretty neat. Ooh, what is it? What is this? Oh, it's the original VSVR processor unit. Nobody really knows what goes on inside there. This is not the same one as I have. This must be the first generation.
Oh, is that what the description said?
Yeah.
No one really knows what goes on inside there.
It is. I think that it's cool, like feeling all little stuff like the vibration. I feel like the trigger it's like that's way more interesting.
Oh yeah, the triggers. I mean,
I like that you can make it tougher so that you can actually you can get more subtle movements if you need to. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of awesome seeing Final Fantasy 14 be this smooth.
Who is this guy with this gun? Who do you think this guy is?
Hang on.
The electrical gun.
Could it be
It's
Killzone?
like maybe it's like Destiny, maybe.
I don't think it's more like Killzone. I don't know.
Killzone or Destiny. That's what the Family Guy says.
You can play Final Fantasy 14. I'm sure there's some limitations, but you can play it for free up through Heavensward, which is the first expansion and is
Didn't they streamline it too?
Huh?
They streamlined it so it's like easier to play, right?
Right. The original game, like, when I say the original, I mean A Realm Reborn. Like the base storyline, it's okay, but a lot of people thought it was kind of slow and needed to be sped up. And in the interest of getting people to the content that people are generally more excited about, they streamlined the base storyline a little bit. But yeah, like Heavensward is the first expansion, and it's incredible, and you can play the game up through that point for free. And Heavensward, I think, is one of the best Final Fantasy stories, period. I mean, it's awesome. And then there's Stormblood, which is okay. Not the most amazing part of the game, but it's okay. And then Shadowbringers is what's next for me. I haven't done it yet, but people say that's even better than Heavensward, so I'm looking forward to that. So I've been kind of thinking about waiting until the PS5 launch to do Heavensward, since I assumed I could play it at a better frame rate. And it seems I can. So yeah, so this is awesome. So I'm going to out. I'm hoping that I'm not going to I haven't done anything here that's going to override.
Ooh, I like this.
How can I get to my saves?
I do like the triggers. Like it's
pretty awesome.
That feels better to me than the vibration.
Okay, I'm going to delete that save. because I'm worried that it's going to overwrite my customized layout. And like, where's the cloud storage for my PS Plus? Like, how can I get that?
I think if you go to, what is it?
Because that's what I want for Final Fantasy. I want to get my because your actual character progress is stored on Square Enix's servers.
So if you
but
go to settings and you go to save data and game app settings, you can go to save data.
Wait, system settings?
Yes.
What'd you say?
Oh, you go to settings and then go to save data, saved data and game app settings, and you can look for cloud storage there.
I don't see it.
In your settings, if you scroll down past accessories.
Okay. Sync saved data. Copies your saved data to your console or delete from the cloud. Okay. Download to console storage. But I want my PS4 stuff. Where's the PS4 stuff? Sync save data. Oh, save data PS4. Here we go. Download the console stuff. Download them all. Sandy, do you need to go pee?
I like the wires that you cross are controller ports with controller cables. Oh, there's Tekken. That's fun. There it is. There's the skin suit again. It's like definitely out of Uncharted right there. Oh. Ah! Don't know how I managed to do that. You gotta be real quick with it. What's it gonna be? Oh, it's a PSVR. Fantastic point of view.
Oh gosh, so am I going to be stuck on this downloading screen
What do you
for all
mean?
my PS4 saved games? Like, it just says calculating remaining time.
It takes a minute. But yeah, it was going really slow, and that's why I did use the network cable. Oh, are you doing transfer, or is it doing it through?
I'm doing it
Yeah.
through the cloud store.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just like really busy.
I mean, obviously I have a ton of saves. I just want to download. I just want to download a few things. But yeah, we played Dragon Quest XI.
Yeah.
I mean, I played through it both on the original PS4 version and I did the original PS4 version and the 2D mode on Switch. So yeah, 8 is my favorite, but 11 is very, very good. One of the games I wanted to test was Dragon Quest Heroes. I downloaded that. I want to. Oh,
Do
look!
it.
Here's my PT save.
Yeah. Ooh, there's Journey.
Oh, cool.
That's fun.
Here's Shadow Complex Remastered. That's a game that does not work on the PS4. The only game I own, supposedly, that does not.
Oh, and there's analog controllers here.
Oh, Jackbox stuff. I do want to get that. Last Tinker. I wanted to test that because that game performs terrible.
Original PS4. Oh, look at my
That'll be good.
camera is all blue again.
Dragon Quest XI Definitive Edition is coming to PC and Xbox, but it's I mean, if you don't have a PS4, then you won't need to worry about what you're missing. But yes, there is a little more content in it. There's some extra character stories. There's extra costumes. Your party members follow you around in the field, stuff like that. But the definitive edition was made for Switch, and so a lot of the visual pairbacks that they had to make for Final Fantasy or not Final Fantasy for the Switch version of Dragon Quest XI, so somewhat less geometry and stuff like that is in those versions, but the at least on PS4 Pro and Series X and on up, they are 60 frames per second, but like I don't care about 60 frames per second in Dragon Quest. Okay, I'm going to log back into Final Fantasy because I want to see if that carried over my layout. So it's Switch graphics basically, but it is 60 frames per second. The original version wasn't, but like I don't think that's really a priority for Dragon Quest. Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. So I'm not really that interested in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Switch version is incredible. I will always sing the Switch version's praises, but it's considering there was a visually better version of the system of the game on the system. It's just it feels
Can't hide the things I want to hide.
Feels like a slap in the face to me. But I mean, I guess supposedly the new content was made for Switch. But if you're gonna play it on PS4, the new content is good, but not good enough to do with the visual sacrifices. Like if you're going to play it on PS4, I would recommend the original version. But Switch version is excellent. And, technically the PS4 version of the Switch version is better, but that's not what you expect for PS4. You would expect it to look better than the Switch version. So the resolution's not even that high on PS4 Pro. It looks much lower res than the original 30 frames per second version. Yes, the Definitive Edition on all systems has the option to play in 2D graphics. And there's also things like...
so I wonder if I can plug in my PS4 hard drive just like on the fly. Or do you have to restart it, I wonder?
I don't know if you can plug in. I know you can do that with Xbox. You can just freely switch it between systems, but I don't
I'm gonna shut down my PS4 and try it.
Okay. See if your games are there, I guess. Yes. Yes. My layout is back. So now I'll set to PS4 Pro mode, because now I do know that is slightly higher resolution. When I'm actually going to play the game properly, though, I might want to scale up some of my HUD elements to match the higher resolution, because they are a little too small for my taste. But man, I'm so happy that this runs smoothly like this. I know y'all can't really hear my music right now, but this game does have a gold saucer with the gold saucer music. I mean, the gold saucer usually has some slowdown. I mean, on PS4, this game is not very smooth at all. This is nice. Dragon Quest X PS4 version, I think, is native 4K. If it's not native, it's very high resolution. Right. So the 3DS version, the 3D is its own unique thing that doesn't exist anywhere else. Here's the thing, though. You can't like switch on the fly in the new version between 2D and 3D. And on the 3DS version, you could only do that for like the opening chapter. The town layouts are different in like the console version compared to the the 3DS version. Like the town layouts are different. So they line up in the 3DS version, but they don't line up in the console version. So you can't do the on the fly. And there's only like certain like checkpoints in the storyline where you can really jump back. So yeah. It's like you might lose some progress, but the thing is you do keep your levels. So if you like jump back, you might be like higher level. Like you can jump back at any point in the game and be a higher level, whatever level you were. You just lose your key items, but you keep your other non-essential items, you know, equipment and levels. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this Final Fantasy 14 here. This is good. This is good. I like seeing how this is running. I'd like to see them implement native HDR at some point, or for Sony to do the auto HDR. That's been a surprise favorite feature for me on the Xbox Series X. I you know, the past 2 evenings I've just popped in a whole bunch of 360 games. I just enjoyed the auto HDR. There's only a couple, like maybe 2 games that I didn't like it in. Almost everything I thought was beautiful. Yeah, Dragon Quest 10 has a story. You know, I'm in the very early stages of trying to learn some Japanese, but I played it with a friend who translated the main story portions while we were playing them. I mean, it's not like an amazing story or anything, but I mean, Final Fantasy 14 here has an excellent story. Like we were saying before, the base like Realm Reborn, nothing all that amazing necessarily. Um, but beyond that, I mean, pretty decent, but you know, not amazing. But like Heaven's Word is incredible. Like one of the best Final Fantasy stories, period. So I mean, the Final Fantasy, the Square MMOs definitely have, you know, story is a strong point in them. But we only played the first, like the base storyline, but there's 4 expansions, I guess, that we'll go back and play later. But it's really fun. I love it. I mean, it's so cool how it's like really just a Dragon Quest game. It plays almost like Dragon Quest 3 or 9, basically. Like it doesn't really feel like an MMO hardly at all. Oh, okay, someone here's got a review copy of Dragon Quest 11 definitive on Steam. So some higher textures there. That's good to hear. But you know, on console, the you know, they're running it at 60 frames per second, which you know, for Final Fantasy 11 here or 14, I mean, that's great. Dragon Quest 11, I just don't feel it's necessary and not worth the hit in visual fidelity. But I'm super happy to see 60 frames per second for this game. Okay, so I'm gonna log out of Final Fantasy 14 here. Very excited about that. I might just have to, unless they implement some better features. I was not a fan of how the tone mapped HDR looked for a non HDR game. So I'm going to turn HDR on here, and I'm going to play Demon Souls. I mean, the party train in Dragon Quest 11 is nice, but still, if I was going to play it on PS4 again, I would rather I would rather play the original version again. That's just me. All right, we ready for this? Let's do this. I like the slow push in that it does on the background images when you load them from the menu. I am not sure what Coury is doing right now, to be honest. But I'm starting up Demon Souls. You don't need subtitles on this. I would have left them off if I knew they were going to be on this. Yeah, the resolution on the PS4 Pro looks like a big step down from the original Dragon Quest XI version.
All right, let's try this again.
So what were you doing?
Hang on, I'll tell you in a second.
Oh, you were. Oh, that's right. You were trying to plug in your PlayStation 4 hard drive.
It's not formatted.
I mean, do you know for sure that you can do that? I kind of doubt you can.
I think it was going to work, but I'm going to reboot the system anyways because I think I didn't see that it worked, and then I pulled it out again because I thought it was not connected, and then I think disconnecting it and then reconnecting it. Didn't exactly help.
Vibration mode immersive. Controller speaker mode. Huh, I wonder what would actually be coming through the speaker. I'll give it a shot. Visual mode is on performance, which I will stick with because it.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Okay.
How do I turn off the system from the menus without hitting the button?
I don't know.
I thought it would just be you hold down the.
Yeah, if you hold on the PlayStation button. Hold PS button and select bottom right power.
I mean, I'm holding it. That just turned off the controller if I hold it down for a long time. Oh, you just tap it, I think. Let's try this. Yeah, I guess you can't hold it. It's kind of a reversal of what the PS4 was. Okay, so a lot of the stuff has the locks taken off now. Well, you know, I feel like there's no better game to try out. Even though it's 60 frames per second, I feel like I want to try out Ease 8, which I feel like is an appropriate.
I mean, do you remember how the performance was in that?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna see any real difference.
Whatever. I'll just start with that as the base and then customize. Let's see.
Well, it's downloading updates, but hopefully it's for the games that are on here. But I don't want to. Hopefully it's downloading it to the hard drive. Unless these are PS5 specific patches, you think that they would be? What is switcher? Is a switcher you can just like play different, like just jump into different games?
I don't know.
I mean, it's downloading 19 patches right now, which is not exactly what I want it to do. Unless I can tell it where to download it. Okay, Switch's last 5 apps to be used. Thank you. Unknown updated. Okay, so it's just no, that's a disc. Let's download. Some of these have the lock on it, which is surprising, unless it's digging through the drive.
Wait, what?
I mean, I'm just surprised that like it's saying, oh, I don't think NAC is on my internal hard drive on my PS4 Pro.
Well, it detected that all the stuff that I have played at all on my PS4. I haven't connected anything.
Why is this on my list? Oh,
What?
duh, because of the Japanese version.
What?
It's like, oh, why is Phantasy Star Online 2 in my game list? Because I have the Japanese version.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
It surprised me for a second there. Oh, I should try Monster Boy. You said 120 hertz, right? Oh, it hasn't been patched, right?
John said on at least on Xbox, he said that the patch wasn't live yet. So I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay, now I can look at the extended storage. I think it's just probably looking through my extended storage.
Oh, I didn't notice there's like several pages of options for some of this stuff.
Yeah, it looks like it's still digging through to see what's even on here. It's probably creating a cache of what is on this drive because it keeps on going up. And it's probably looking, the things with the locks on it are probably stuff that's on my account, but it didn't have any kind of.
Wow, there's all these teeth options. I've never seen teeth as an option in a character creator. That's funny. Probably should not have perfect teeth in the world of Demon Souls. We'll have slightly off teeth.
It's just taking forever here. Can I?
Cleft chin, is that the proper term for a butt chin?
I think so. A butt chin.
A butt chin. I don't know what you call it other than a butt chin. How's the input delay while playing? I mean, you know, I feel like, you know, games are generally designed around, you know, the limitations of the input on the system. But you know, I certainly haven't really noticed anything. Seems good to me. No, I'll go with the hair that they had on this guy to begin with. That's fine. Let's go for gray hair.
All right, well.
Well,
I mean, I'm trying to do stuff here, and it's like, it's just running real slow off that hard drive. Or, I mean, I don't know what it's doing exactly.
does anyone know what the Auget of Guidance does? I'm trying to choose a starting gift. I thought that was a Dark Souls thing. I didn't think that was in Demon Souls.
I wonder if they added stuff in. You think they would?
Maybe. They certainly added character creation options. I mean, you couldn't even do facial hair in Demon Souls.
I mean, it's not even showing me like any of my library right now. It's kind of.
I'm skeptical if plugging in the PS4 hard drive was the right thing to do.
Why?
It's just that I hadn't heard if you could.
Oh, it's been all over the place. You can, yeah, you're supposed to be able to plug it just right in and run everything off of that hard drive.
Oh, okay. I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah.
A prism stone from Dark Souls. I don't remember what a prism stone in Dark Souls does. I mean, none of these sound amazing. I mean, the Providential Ring sounds like the only halfway decent thing. Everything else kind of just looks like a one-time use item.
But if I
I
go to
mean,
my library,
it is displaying a slight description for the items, but it's not much. I mean, it's hard to see because it's cropped out in the window in the corner. The ring just says raises item discovery. Everything else sounds like a single use item, like bright water, recovers some of the user's MP over time. Elixir temporarily increases ray of stamina recovery. Grass jelly recovers some of it user's HP over time. They just sound like one use items.
I just switched you over to full screen while I figure out.
I thought like in Dark Souls or something there was some class that could start with a key. Oh, I have to make a name. I'll just do old Cobalt.
Killing a land that dwells by channeling the power of souls brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valifax of the royal twin fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. But the old king of land had roused the old one, the great beast below the nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible.
Here's what I'm going to do.
The demons hunt down men to claim their souls. Those who lose their souls lose also their minds. The mad attack the sane and chaos reigns. Valifax also spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force, and the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legends grow quickly. Mighty warriors lured by the possibilities brave the fisher to breach the accursed land. None have returned. The awe of the twin fangs. Yet the silent chief. Saint Oblina. Scurva the wanderer. The sixth Saint Astraea with her night girl Vinland. And Sage Frick the visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders.
I don't think there's any advantage to HD CRTs except arguably for 480i or 480p. You know, 480i is de-interlaced on them if you don't like 480i on a standard CRT. But overall, I don't particularly recommend them.
Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Oh, has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
Yeah, Wii looks good on HD CRT. I mean, I was on HD CRT for a pretty big chunk of the Wii generation.
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you.
I can feel his steps through the sloshing through the water on the controller. It's not as well done as Astrobot, but there it is. Sorry that you know, it's not going to look all that amazing while Coury has it full screen doing whatever he's doing. I'm just sending him my feed through Discord right now. I mean, this looks real nice. And it's 60 frames per second. Okay, so you can see the background while you bring up this menu. Good. They have, looks like they have, let's see, perhaps somewhat more clear icons for some of the equipment. Oh, there's possibly another player. Yeah, stream quality is not great. I'm sorry. Coury is putting my Discord capture to, I'm seeing him this over Discord, and it's full screen. We were having stream troubles on YouTube tonight, and part of it seemed to be on my end, and part of it seemed to be on YouTube's end. So Coury switched to streaming, and he's setting up stuff, so that's why he's putting me full screen, which is, I know it's not great. The tone mapping for the HDR is also not that great. It looks much better on my TV. There's a very, very subtle rumble when I change the change my equipment. Vault over railings. Is that a new? That's a new action, isn't it? So I want to say that spot right there in Demon Souls is just, you just fall down there. Demon Souls was low print at first, I think, but then like word of mouth started spreading. Because I didn't get the first print but I got the second. I know I didn't get it immediately, but I got it, you know, before too long. Oops. Oh, by the way, if anyone thought we were boring, our good buddy Game Dave, I believe I meant to say this earlier, but he was planning to do a PS5 unboxing stream as well. At 9 o'clock. So if you, I think it's just twitch.tv/GameDave. If
Oh wow, it's after 9 already.
oh, he's just started his stream apparently. So he is probably much more interesting than us right now. Does it feel like a next gen experience or am I underwhelmed? I mean, seeing a game looking this good and running at 60 frames per second is not something that you would see last gen. So that feels next gen. But I mean, honestly, playing Astrobot in a lot of ways is the more truly next gen feeling thing, just because the ways it uses the controller are so clever. I haven't seen any adaptive trigger use in this yet. The adaptive trigger stuff in Astrobot is super cool. I mean, you know, this generation is probably going to be overall like the slowest start generation yet. You know, I don't know if it's the 60 frames per second. I always like how 60 frames looks, but I've never really felt it necessarily affects the feel to me that much. I mean, that's just me. But I've never been good at parrying in this game, and I've been doing okay with it. So I don't know. Maybe the 60 frames does matter.
So I had a portable SSD drive, 500 gig. I'm just gonna like plug that in and use that
Oh, okay.
for now.
I didn't know you had one. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't know what I wanted to use with the PS5 in terms of additional storage, especially since like for right now it's only good for PS4 anyway. You can't even like archive PS5 games to it yet. Hopefully you can eventually, but that was kind of freaky. I defeated the guy, and then I looked over at the stream, and then I saw him walking toward me. I'm like, huh? So what are you looking to test on PS4?
I don't even have a clue.
I'm,
In the moment, I don't have a clue.
after all that. um when I get to a stopping point here, uh I might I might pop in something PS4 to test. I've got a stack of games I thought might be fun to try out. This does feel so smooth, though. I gotta say, it's pretty insane how smooth this is. And like, I mean, it's even though the performance mode I think is 1440p, like it's just pretty crisp looking.
Are you playing
I
at
think
30 FPS or 60?
No, I'm playing 60. I'm playing 60. I mean, it looks fantastic. I mean, like John's been saying for a while, resolution is starting to not matter.
Right.
It's, because you have so many good rendering techniques that, uh, that, increase the perceived clarity without, and at a lower cost. Oops, I didn't mean to actually go through the fog. There is some nice, subtle use of the rumble in this game. No trigger use, but the rumble is good. Beating the Vanguard. Well, I did not beat him when I streamed this on Sunday on PS3. I kind of forgot that the first boss is meant to be optional. Man, this just looks so smooth. Spinning the camera around is smooth.
I'm gonna install Monster Boy and see what it does.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it sounded like PS5 detects that if you can if you if your display can do 120 hertz at all. Oh, am I alive? Am I? No, I'm dead. um um what was I saying? What were we talking about? I got distracted
I
by
don't know. I
dying.
was picking out the game, so I didn't even hear what you were saying.
Well, there's some sounds coming from my controller right now.
I wonder how much faster the game installs from the disc.
Probably not much different, I wouldn't think.
Well, I don't know. The super speed port on the back. So I just plug it in, and it's just like. Can't find the game or app. Start it, connect it. How come it's not installing?
So yeah, this game looks good. Exit the game. I did just stream this the other day after all. I'm gonna try some PS4 stuff.
Start it, connect it, the extended storage drive that's installed on. To install this game or app on another extended storage drive, delete it first, then download it again, or insert the. So I think because I plugged in my PS4 hard drive, it's like looking for that, and it won't install it. It thinks it's on that drive no matter what. So let's see. Yep, because now it won't install it unless you delete it, or not delete the. I don't know. Like I don't know what it needs to do, but I needed to delete it and then reinstall the disk. I don't know. It's installing really fast though.
You know, the heat that comes out of the back of the console does not feel like that much. And honestly, I don't think the Xbox is that hot either. It's taking a little longer to install than I thought it would. Maybe I'll play some Astro Bot while it does that. Yep, Final Fantasy 14 runs very smoothly here. That was one of the first things I wanted to do.
I like that it it shows how fast it's installing. It's like 5 gigs. It's taking like 2 minutes.
It shows how fast from a disc.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
If you go under uploads and downloads.
Oh, I see. Installing game content need to start playing. If I like actually go over the copying portion. I'll go do some capsules in the PlayStation lab. What horse does the PS1 have? That's a good question. Can you tell? I feel like if it was an AV jack unit, you would be able to see them. It's weird though, like, oh, you can go behind it. It's got a side port. You can like really see the texture of like the rubber feet. If it was an AV jack unit though, I think you would be able to see them popping up. Man, I love how the triggers feel on this Gachapon thing. I mean, in general, they just feel amazing in this game. PSP GPS receiver. Really? Was that a thing?
Oh, for
I
the
bet that was like
PSP,
I bet
yeah,
that was like
probably.
I bet that was like released only in Japan or something.
Oh yeah.
Man, I just love this music, this Astrobot music. This game makes me really, really happy. I mean, how could you not be happy looking at these Astrobots? I still can't figure out why this Astrobot is looking at this like PlayStation Plus icon. It's Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer.
Yeah, this is definitely not. Maybe that's not.
Right. Oh, I knew what I was saying earlier. Like, according to John's Devil May Cry coverage, for whatever reason, the PS5 does this thing where apparently you might need to turn down the
I
game
know,
audio.
I'm doing it.
Apparently the PS5 does a thing where if it detects that your screen can do 120 hertz at all, even if it's not at 4K, like it forces 120 hertz. So you can't play at
Right, at 4K 60.
and 60 if you want. So if this patch was live, I believe you would be doing that, unless it's an option in the menu. It is an Ori on the Xbox. All right, let's see how Dragon Quest Heroes runs. I beat this game earlier this year, and you know, as you would expect of an Omega Force game, it is not smooth. And I bet it's quite smooth here. I mean, there are other Omega Force games I could test, certainly. I don't remember how long these loads were on PS4.
Goddess speed.
I mean, it's certainly smooth here, but really need to get into a level.
There he is.
Oh, it's the Pepalog.
The Pepe log.
Let's see, where should I go?
Look at it, your friend Pepe Legoo. I got a trophy for it. God, this game. right? This game.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I booted it up the other day too. It's good. I'm not seeing any drops. Not to my eye anyway. What button switches characters in this? There we go. But see, I have not played Dragon Quest Heroes 2 yet, so that'll be awesome to play on PS5.
Oh, is it? Are you noticing a big difference just from this?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, massive. I mean, it looks, to my eye, it looks perfect. I mean, none of these Muso games are smooth.
Right.
But right here, this definitely is. The tone mapped standard dynamic range in this, I mean, it looks better than Final Fantasy 14 to me, but I can still tell it's just like darker than I would prefer. What I need to do is either disable it on a game by game basis or make you know, I've got monitor 2 also going to my TV, and on one of them I've got like alternate settings for like, one is like for full range and one is not full range, but for HDR the settings are the same. So if I set HDR on the other input to be balanced for PS4 games on PS5, you know, maybe I can make that work. Like I just need to increase the OLED light a lot, I think. It's too dark.
You know what? Maybe what I'll play if I want to play something on the like a backwards compatible game, like Horizon. I should play Horizon.
Yeah, I mean, I think Horizon. I don't think Horizon has a 60 frames per second mode unless they do a patch. I mean, you know, they patched Days Gone to have a 60 frames per second mode that I don't think is in the original.
Well, I don't have that game. Do you?
I don't have it either, but I mean, I think it's pretty cheap at this point. Actually, I think it's
What
in
about
the PS
Order?
Plus.
I said I was going to play the Order, 1886.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if that one. That's only supposed to be like 4 hours long, so maybe that should be my first backwards compatible game that I play.
Yeah, play God of War without the sound of a wind turbine behind it. That'd be nice. I mean, the disk drive is louder than the fan. But yeah, God of War is so loud. The disk drive gets so loud in that game.
God, this music is so good. I do not think that this game got an official, like, physical soundtrack release, which is a travesty.
Yeah, you know, the more I look at the PS5, I might put it horizontal tomorrow. I don't love how it looks vertical. Like sitting there right next to the Xbox, like I like the look of the Xbox a lot more. Well, I think if it was horizontal, I think it would complement it better.
I mean, I could show you. Want me to show you if I? Let me see if I can show you how I have mine.
So let's check out this PS Plus collection because, like, I guess there are technically a lot of games I can download. I can download Bug Snacks. I can download Bug Snacks right now.
It's all Bug Snacks.
I mean, I didn't really think about this that much, like, you know, because I'm such a physical game guy. Like, you know, PS Plus was great during the PS3 generation. I mean, they gave you a lot of really good games for free, and then it seemed like it was much lower key PS4 generation.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the feed from my camera, my GH5.
Wait, you're saying that to me in Discord?
No, I'm gonna send it to you. Just like I'm gonna send it to the stream, just so I can show you how it looks in my setup.
Oh, okay.
Alexa, set the basement studio lights to 100%.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is on the PS Plus collection? Fallout 4 for some reason, even though Microsoft owns that? I'll download that Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
I'll download Days Gone. I mean, I don't have it.
I guess this is like an exclusive look of how I have my games set up. Like nobody's really seen this.
Oh yeah, look at this. I mean, it's dark. It's really dark. Can you?
I lightened it up.
Okay, so I see your white PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Where's your PS5? I don't see it.
It's right here.
Xbox voice exclusive.
There it is. I mean, it like fits perfectly in between the two rails.
Oh, I see. Well, I just hope it has enough enough room behind it for the air to go somewhere.
I'm not worried about it. That's what. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I'm gonna do a 2020 room tour. I will do a 2020 room tour. I'm planning it for December. So it's right up like a poor PC Engine Duo R is just like it's like in the corner. Yeah, I've like I spread them out so that I've hang on. The volume there. So I could add in extra shelves. So I put some shelves in between. I wanted to put them both like right here. Vertically right here. I mean, it's a perfect spot for it. But it's just too tall.
That empty spot was already there, or did you make it?
I just kind of formed it from wanting to put them vertical.
I see.
I mean, I can put the
still a good spot for the Xbox.
Yeah, the Series X will go perfectly there.
But it'd be nice if you had something else vertical to put next.
Well, maybe I will in the future.
Where's the PlayStation Store? Let's see
yeah, I guess you can kind of see. This is like my insane. This has been my project for the last year. You can kind of see how everything is set up. I can back up a little bit. There's the OLED.
Oh, the PlayStation Store is just like here.
Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, the Xbox is kind of like that too, I guess.
Yeah, I had to get longer cords, power cords, to run down. So this is the thing that people have asked about. Like I've seen some people have commented on videos before saying, "Oh, I saw you can see your setup in the background. I don't see any wires." So my key for like, since this is like kind of a vertical setup, is I have like these network cable railways, raceways that I run the cables. I'll show you. Hang on.
Astro's Playroom is on the store for whatever reason. I guess maybe you can delete it. I don't know. What the heck is this? Is this a PS5 game? What the heck is this? Squishy party fighting game. Okay.
So I use those raceways. Is there a way to hide the wall? I mean, they do look kind of odd, but I'm like, behind this wall is the basement, or the not the basement, the cinder, the big cinder block that the garage is on. I mean, maybe they do look a little odd, but I'm completely happy with them. You know, they are what they are. I feel like it's a better setup than what I had, and I can kind of hide the wires a bit. And I just it alternates. So I got the rails, and I have all the power cords are going down over here. But down here, I mean, it's kind of messy though right now. I guess you got the like my controllers. It is like when you look behind here, it's kind of messy. But there's not a lot I can really do because there's a lot of wires coming down there. But it's generally pretty hidden.
I guess there's no demos for any PS5 games yet.
But just in general, I mean, that's
What's downloading right now?
it's everything. So I haven't really talked about it, but I got rid of the couch, and I like it's two chairs now instead. This is like, I mean, I showed this like on a tweet, but I like this. What I did with like my wireless controllers.
Oh yeah. I've got all my wireless controllers like kind of hidden in drawers now, or not drawers, like doors, like on my IKEA unit, and that keeps the dust off of them.
But here's like that's what I did with my portables. So I got those right there.
But yeah, I could see. I'm kind of tempted to maybe put a wall control up.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of use to them. I especially like to put them behind here. Come on.
I'm trying to figure out what game is even downloading. Is there like a download queue somewhere?
Here's something I haven't really shown though. So this is, I think it's kind of cool. I don't know how well it will show up. Hang on, Alexa.
Oh, I see. Like your
turn on the video set lights. So if you see back here, you'll be able to see it. So I did not put a wall like against the wall. So I've made a set back here out of PVC and the.
Right. I
mean, you've seen this stuff, but I mean, it's just.
Hit the PS button. It's a down arrow in the bottom menu. I see.
But since it's a drop ceiling, I have these scissor clips like this that I can put the lights on. But I'm all about these track lights. I love these track lights. I got these on clearance at Home Depot, and I went a little out of control with them. But they're very good for like setting up like accent lights and stuff.
Interesting. So this is kind of cool. On this this download menu, even though this isn't really a download, but it's it's showing that I didn't get all of the data finished running off the disk from Dragon Quest Heroes. Like it actually shows you like how much is left. It's actually kind of surprising.
Computer desk area. You can kind of see what I did with the mic now, with the zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I can take it and just go put it down like this.
So it's interesting to me that this copying operation, which has been a thing that started taking a really long time on PS4 with part of the update process. I'm surprised it's taking so long. I feel like that should be a thing that's like faster here.
This is my 2005. This is the first PVM I ever got right here.
Yeah, that's a lucky first get for free. But boy, it was nasty inside. Steve Schurter cleaned it up, huh?
Yeah, for real. And then the 14 is over here. Now, I put the 14 over here. Oh, come on. Because now you can sit in that chair and play on it if you wanted to.
Maybe I'll start installing something else while it's doing that update. Because I don't.
My favorite thing is this one here. But that Raiders Lost Ark poster, like behind it is the electrical box. So that helps hide it.
Didn't you have to get some tape or something to like stop it from causing interference? Some like special tape.
Yeah, I mean I can't think of what it's called. But I put it, it's like on the back of the poster, just in case. I don't think it really has done anything. That dumbbell peripheral right there. No, that's just a regular dumbbell. The cool thing is, so I don't know if I've talked to you about this. I have just enough space over here in that corner. I will probably have to like change the lights and probably that wall control, but I have just enough room in that corner for an Astro City. So one day, that's like the final goal, I think, for this whole setup is they have the. It's a little messy down here, and I will say with the lights on and everything like this, like it does get dusty down here, and I think a lot of that has to do with the drop ceiling, and I'm going to work on replacing these with like sound insulation tiles, but they're really expensive, so it's like they're like $170 for 6 of them. So, and you can see how many I need.
The Bug Snacks soundtrack is on here. I'll have to have Spotify to listen to it though.
Yeah, I mean the kids think it's cool down here, but it's like they don't think it's that big of a deal. One of the things I do like though, I recently did this, is I installed these in-wall. Have I really shown you these? I guess I have like installed pictures.
You showed me pictures, yeah.
But these are in-wall speakers.
You can barely make it out on the stream.
I know. That's what's good about it. And then I have these in ceiling for the reverse.
All right, you ready for this? We're gonna play The Last Tinker, City of Colors.
Oh, you've been thinking about this one for a week.
I've been chomping at the bit for this. John loves this. John loves talking about how garbage this game runs. He doesn't talk about as much as Life of Black Tiger or Lichtum Battle Mage, but
Is there anything else that anybody wants to see before I'm giving away the entire tour now. So that's the MVSX. That's like is my video that I'm working on now. And there's a Hulk mask over there. That's my son's Hulk mask.
I think John has already tried Lichtum Battle Mage. Oh, there was some jumping there, but it might have been I think it might have been a loading thing. I mean, it
So I'll put this PS5 box in the closet just for a few weeks until I make sure my system's all running fine and everything. And that's going to recycling. I'm not going to give you two of them to like have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not excited.
There's no real PC games going, but I would eventually like to put a retro PC over here. That's exactly where I would put it, is like where this PVM is. I would take this out and put the retro PC like right in here.
Oh,
So I'd
Bug
like
Snack,
to
great play. I mean, this is looking pretty.
I mean, there's a lot. I don't have one, so it's. Thanks. Like all down here is like the FPGAs and stuff like that. You can see my Mister there.
You know, I wonder if the PS4 and Xbox version of the original ukulele are unlocked frame rates.
I don't know. I mean, I do like, I am happy that the PS5 is just like big enough to fit in between. Like those are like studs. Like each of those rails are like going into studs. So it's just funny that the PS5 is like exactly as big as the distance between two studs.
I mean, this game is not amazing, but I thought it was fine enough for what it was. You know, this was back when, you know, there weren't many companies outside of Limited Run doing these small print run concepts, right? And we kind of noticed on Amazon, we're like, hey, there's actually like a few budget publishers selling PS4 games on Amazon. Like, let's just grab a random few and do a video on them. I thought that was a really fun idea for the time, but it's not really necessary anymore, I don't think, because that concept has just really taken off. But yeah, this is quite smooth. There was kind of a jitter when I started, but I feel like that might have been just kind of innate to the game, some sort of transition between the cutscene and into the game world or something. But
yeah,
now that the game world here is loaded, like it's smooth.
That is actually pretty funny. If you look at it, I guess it's appropriate that the PS5 is like right above the original Xbox, because they're both like such huge hulking systems.
Yeah, well, you need a PS Fat again.
I don't know about that.
I mean, as huge as
PS3, like a PS3.
PS3 Fat.
There's one. I have one it's in the closet.
I thought you didn't have one anymore.
I don't remember. I recently was able to get one.
I don't remember that.
A 60 gig.
I forgot. Well, that's enough. Last Tinker City of Colors.
I guess like this is a good look for all this because then you can kind of get an idea just how big the PS5 is compared to everything else.
You know, it's kind of surreal. There's like this fake 3D effect when you're like switching between items in the menu, and like when I go over this Trials of Mana, like it almost looks like there's like legit like parallax perspective. It's kind of crazy. Do you see it? Probably doesn't go over Discord very well,
No,
but it's kind of crazy looking. All right, let's.
This is funny. You can this tile broke, but that's where I have my routers up there.
Tile broke? Oh. Does it help you get better reception upstairs? Or you got
Well, I have those
a second
access
router.
points now. So these shelves, you know, they go around the corner like an angle, but these were I measured these out and then custom built them from just individual shelves you can get at IKEA for like other things. So there are actually 3 of them put together.
Ah. I don't understand why this copying function on updating Trials of Mana is taking so long. I just don't want to play it without updating just in case it has an impact on my save file.
Look at this.
Oh, why don't we boot up Bug Snacks? That might stop the copying operation for Trials of Mana, though.
But I mean, overall, I mean, there's not a lot of like the lights help with the color and everything, but there's not a lot of it's a lot of blacks and grays and stuff down here.
Yeah.
So I didn't show you this. This is pretty cool. So Joey has been painting, like oil painting these PlayStation 1 covers. He's done a bunch of them. And he gave me this one for Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of them. He did like a Valkyrie profile one and like a bunch of other stuff. I told him he should take them on Etsy and sell them. I bet they would sell.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's on my hand sanitizer. Yep.
Did he paint the codec code on the back?
Oh no, it's just it's not a canvas. There's nothing on the back. I would just like to put an Astro City in there, so I could put other boards in it. And someone was asking about the metal chair. The metal chair is just so I can easily step on it and get up to stuff. I've drilled holes for like wires. I run all like a lot of the long runs of wires, like especially if I need to run down to the set down there. All that stuff goes up along the ceiling. And I mean, you can see. I'll show you. It's not a pretty sight when you look behind here.
I'm Lisbeth, and I have made an incredible discovery here on Spectrum Island. But this is more than a mere expedition. My followers and I have started building a new community here. Construction of our settlement is well underway. What travels so far away from civilization? What discovery can tempt us to start a new life in the untamed wild?
But while I was doing the in-wall speakers, I just ran behind the wall and then out through like a little space that I can run wires that run a long distance, like behind the wall. But to do behind the wall for all this stuff, it'd just be too much.
As for you,
I'd have to pull this all apart and start over from scratch.
I read your work. The shadow of Crumpler.
So I'm pretty happy with the railways.
I mean, you know, I've kind of been thinking a bit lately about, you know, there's a point where you can overmanage your wires, I think, because if you ever need to change anything,
It's
you're
like
just
the
making
worst,
it
yeah.
so difficult to pull stuff out because you've like zip tied like in a million places and things like that.
Yep.
And like, you know, you can push things aside and make it neat to a point, but like a lot of the stuff that's like behind my setup down here, like it's messy, but if you can't see it, like why try to like bundle them together and tie them together and
Exactly.
stuff,
I
you
mean,
know?
that's
Because every time I have to change something, then I have to like undo all of these Velcro zip ties, like, you know,
yeah.
you can't pull a cable if you need to.
And I mean, I'm pretty much I mean, I could see doing it if I was like never going to change anything, but I am constantly changing stuff to get it just how I like it. You know, I come up with other ideas and I say, "Oh, I'm going to change this." And maybe if I figure out a setup and I stick with it for years, then maybe I do it.
Because I've got a working brain.
But
Do your
let's see down here. We got like there's the NAS. There's our NAS.
Oh, very important. Oh, does PS5 not have Atmos right now? I mean, the option is in the menu there on Series X for sure. I don't have Atmos yet, but I want to get it. Although if PS5 doesn't have it, then that might encourage me to delay a little bit. But hopefully it can get it. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't. Especially with all the audio features that it already has.
She got a little famous after stumbling across some forgotten civilization in Pennsylvania. She's been coasting off that success ever since. This is absurd. Only a desperate
The
loser.
Google illuminated box.
Well,
I don't have
it
one.
is
I mean, I
a
don't.
tantalizing story if true. We'll just have to hear it from Lisbeth herself. Say you get an interview with her and make it back alive. You just might keep your job.
Anyways, it's like 10:15. I'm about ready to
Something.
call it a night. If you are. Look at this. Look at, oh, I didn't realize you can do this. Look at, oh. Look at that. Look at, that's pretty cool. Look what I'm doing. Look at the stream itself, though.
Do what?
Look at the stream when I'm sending the stream, and it's just funny.
Oh. I want to play Trials of Man for just a second. I just want to see.
Was that 30 frames?
No, it's 60. It's 30 on Switch.
Right.
You know, certainly not perfectly smooth, but it's not perfectly smooth on PS4 Pro either. I mean, it's a pretty good resolution on PS4 Pro. You know, it's not native 4K, but it's pretty high res. But it definitely was, you know, there were out in the field a lot of the time. It felt pretty smooth. But like in towns and a lot of other, I mean, most of the time, you know, John, I'll just say it was nowhere close to up to John's standards. He did not like how it ran.
Let's see. Let's do this. You ever turn on party mode on your lights?
I might have tried it one time.
Trials of Mana.
So everyone are we ready to party? Let's do it.
Where's are my saves not here? I thought I downloaded the save for that. Cloud storage. Download to console storage. Wait.
This is Christmas lights right here.
Oh wait.
I personally like the dark blue though.
Download to console storage.
Physical games. Gosh, I don't know. You can kind of see. This is.
I thought I downloaded this.
So all these are different heights because they were in that angled room before. But I will eventually swap them out with like the smaller ones. I'll get like these ones that are the same size. So they'll all be equal sized.
Do you want to overwrite? Yes.
No, but I have thought about looking into insuring it, which is something that I don't even know how to even begin with getting into, but that's something I have thought about is insuring it. So I am in the basement. There's EverDry waterproofing installed down here in a rather large battery backup powered sump pump. And they've like done all this stuff. So there should be no problem with any flooding or anything down here. But just in case, as you can kind of see, I put everything's up on feet. Just in case. Like even the shelves are like slightly, they have like little feet on them to keep them up off the ground.
Boz the Dwarf was asking, do either of you have an idea in mind for what the first game you want to be on the new consoles is? I mean, for PS5, it'll probably be either Astro Bot or Demon's Souls. That'd be one of those two. On Xbox, probably Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I mean, it doesn't. The 120 hertz mode is exclusive to Series X, and I'm probably not going to play it in that mode because I can't get HDR if I'm in that mode. But I guess it'll probably be that because I don't know if I'm going to have anything that like is native Series X until the Control, the update for Control comes out next year. Okay. Oops. I mean, the interface on PS5 is so much more. I mean, it's going to take a little while for me to get used to it, but it is so much more appealing than the Xbox interface. I mean, the Xbox is a great system and all, but the Xbox One and Series X interface is not my favorite. HDR with 120 FPS, it should be able to do it, but I could not get the 120 hertz mode to work in my particular setup if HDR was on. Like, I think it was overriding it. I don't know if that's actually a limitation, but yes, I'm on HDMI 2.0. So I have to be on 1080p. I have to be on 1080p. I had to disable. What I had to do, I had to disable allow 4K in the Xbox menu, or else it would not launch Ori in 1080p 60 mode. And for some reason, HDR did not activate when doing that. So it just, I don't know why it didn't turn on. And it might just be a limitation of my setup, but I'm sure you can do 120 4K HDR all at once if you have a 2.1 setup. See, if you were to spin the camera in an area like this, I mean, obviously it looks horrible on the stream right now because I'm sending it to Coury over Discord. But like you would see kind of constant little jumps just spinning the camera like this. And that's not happening at all here. I mean, it ran at a quite high frame rate. And by my reckoning, anyway, you know, I don't think Digital Foundry did a proper analysis. But you know, it was quite solid. I thought, even though it wasn't a smooth 60, I thought that running unlocked was still running at a good enough frame rate to get the PS4 version over the Switch version. I thought the extra resolution looked really nice. I didn't mind the frame rate not being perfectly stable, but I also figured, hey, on PS5, it'll probably be perfect. And so far, it seems to be. Yeah, it looks real bad on the stream. Man, this game is just so fun to play. Like, it's really easy, but it feels good. The combat just feels good. But yeah, given our streaming did not work out too well tonight in terms of quality, it's probably about time to call it here, I would say.
Yeah, hang on one second.
What'd you say? You're kind of far away.
I said hang on a second.
Don't keep me waiting. I'm on the job. Don't keep me waiting.
So kind of stupid, but I guess it works. If you have it horizontal, the part that is thinner, you know, not the end that is not the disk drive end, you can like easily put a hard drive underneath there. So it like fits underneath there pretty nicely.
That's kind of amazing, actually. So you about ready to call it?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for everybody for hanging out, for being patient with
Yeah, sorry it was not quite what we intended it to be. But,
Yeah.
uh,
It is
I
what
mean,
it
I'm
is.
kind of confused because I heard YouTube was having trouble, but then I was having trouble on Twitch as well. But I haven't had any internet issues since I got my new modem and router. And when I did the speed test, it looked good. So I don't really know what happened, but hopefully, see whose turn is it to stream this coming?
I think it's me.
What was last week? Oh, it was Demon Souls. Duh.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well.
All right, thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll see you
Yep.
soon.
Yep. Later.
Later.